Back on the post-game show here on KSOM, and our guest now is Nolan Smith, who got his junior season off to a fantastic start. I want to talk to you first about defensively. It seemed like you were in the backfield play after play. What were some of the things that you were able to have going right for you on the defensive end?
Yeah, Coach Breach is really fighting through blocks and making the tackle, so they sent that fullback out of me to lead the running back, so he gets his hands into me, you just bust him off and then make the tackle. And I did that quite often, and I found.
8-player, there's kind of a little bit more opportunities to make some one-on-one tackles. How much pride do you take in your ability to make sure nobody gets by you one-on-one?
You know, you're coached from little kids to tackle legs, and that's what you got to do. You don't always get the big hit, you don't get the highlight hit, but you make the tackle and you keep playing football from where you are, and that's what wins games.
You've made a big impact and learned from a lot of key guys defensively. Matthew Smith-Peterson was a great linebacker here the last couple of years. You played alongside him. Was he a guy you maybe learned a lot from or looked up to?
Well, you know, playing 8-man, I'm playing the corner outside linebacker, so you get a little bit of linebacker, a little bit of corner. And yeah, Matt just flew to the ball. He just had a nose for the ball that you can't replace. But Dustin did a heck of a job doing that tonight. And then on the edge, you know, my brother plays corner in college, so he came back, and we talked about that a lot. Me and him and Josh worked on that a lot to improve our one-on-one man-to-man defense, so I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, how much have you been able to soak up from your brother Trevor? The coaches really just praised him as a leader when he was a senior and when he was playing for Audubon. How much have you learned from him?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about how well he teaches young kids and how well he leads young kids, and he did that for me and my little brother. You know, he's coaching him up, and we're just going to keep working in the offseason. You know, he's starting his year over there at Central, so I wish him luck, and I thank him for all the work he's done with me this offseason.
Now, you were battling an injury this week, hamstring. How were you feeling tonight?
Yeah, I had a hamstring injury Tuesday that I couldn't practice Wednesday, but I mean, I iced and everything to heal it as fast as I could, and we took some ibuprofen and put an icy hot on it tonight, and we just went for it. It felt pretty good. I just started cramping up towards the end of the game, which is partly on me. I just got to hydrate more and better nutrition myself leading up to the game on Friday.
Like we talked about a little bit with Tyler, there were some pretty darn big hits out there. Were there any collisions that you remember in particular, good licks you got on guys?
Yeah, I got a few good ones on the quarterback, but I remember Josh had a good one on I think it was the running back out there on the edge that was big. And it really just sets the tone of a game when you get a big hit like that and you make them fall back and don't let them fall forward. I mean, it really sets the tone as to how you want to play the rest of the game.
Offensively, you're able to get some big runs out there, quite a bit of real estate, and you made the most of it. Take us through some of the things you were seeing on the offensive end.
Yeah, the first one I got about at the 5-yard line and had a cutback line I saw, but Lane just stood there and I kind of bumped into him and just barely had enough to get in. And then the second one, it was a bad snap and we didn't quite get the handoff, and as soon as I got it, I just took up off the middle. And I mean, there was just open real estate and I just ran as fast as I could. Started cramping on that one right before I got in, but I got in and scored a touchdown.
One of the things we talked about quite a bit during the broadcast, too, when you were carrying the ball, you secured the football really well. You stayed in bounds when you needed to stay in bounds. Just kind of a smart runner. Where maybe does your style of running the football come from?
Yeah, I went to a lot of camps this offseason. I went to Iowa, and they really teach high and tight. You keep that ball in the middle of your body. You'll never fumble it. They always said carry with one hand, so you got one other hand to defend yourself, and that's how I did. And, you know, me and Jake were good buddies, and Jake liked to run hard, so I took that from him. And you know, I like to think I have a little bit of speed that I can get to the edge when I need to, and then have a little power when I need to punch it forward. And I thought I had a good mix of that tonight. I might have took a few more cutbacks than I should have on wet grass, but it is what it is.
So you went to some camps. What were some other things, weightlifting, otherwise, that you did to gear up for your junior season?
Yeah, I lifted a lot this off season every day. You know, just sometimes twice a day, and then we had football every night, just working on footwork to just get the timing down. Me and Tyler sometimes did some handoffs and some passes with a bunch of different guys, but the weight room is a big key that every young kid needs to get in there and get working hard if you want to play on Friday nights. It's a heck of an experience.
Maybe tell us a little bit about what you expected coming into this game, knowing Exira EHK has been such a good program, and then how it feels to knock them off.
Yeah, they're a fantastic team, and they're back again this year, and they're going to be very, very competitive in their district. And we got here, and they had a little more size than I thought they did, but I mean, you can't let that scare you. You know that you got to know that you're the better team and play like that all night. And we just kept popping them in the mouth and hitting them hard. And we played really good defense the first half, and I think that set a good tone. But I mean, we couldn't keep that in the second half. But it was big to keep them kind of silent in the first half.
Fun talking to you, Nolan. Congratulations on a great start to the year. Thanks for taking the time here with us.